Adiagha.
Hi, Deja.
Thank you, and welcome to Talking with Deja Blaise.
Thank you for having me. This is absolutely fabulous. I really, really love what you're doing. Thank you for having me.
I'm trying. Okay, so we know each other.
Yes, we do.
Through Rebel.
Yes.
Right? Through Rebel Theater.
Yes.
And this was a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, not that long ago, but it was a 1 year's full worth of work and study. And
part of the ensemble.
Yeah, and it was rough, but it was necessary. It really was.
Yes.
It was necessary. And I've gained so many new friends and relationships and networks. You're one of my blessed networks and friendships. And I'm happy that we're here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I knew you then, and we've had times to catch up, but I want to know more about you from the beginning. Like what got you into this beautiful world of acting here in New York City. So, where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
And when I started, I wasn't in acting. I started out as singing. I was always on a children's choir when I was younger. And I remember, singing at Carnegie Hall one time, the competition there. So that was like my first induction.
Yeah.
My first audition, don't laugh, I was a munchkin for the Wizard of Oz. I didn't make it.
But that's still sweet.
But, as life took its turn, I went to LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts for vocal music. And, Juilliard is right across the street. And I will tell you, people ask me all the time, how come you just never thought of going to Juilliard? And I said, I never really thought about it because, particularly in my family, and some people would probably understand this, you do what you love, but when it comes to career, no one really asks you what your dreams are.
Exactly.
So you find yourself just going on a path that, okay, well, this is next, college is next, and then maybe, for you, graduate school is next.
Yeah.
And you stay in a field that you've been successful at.
Right.
So for me, that was psychology.
Yes.
I went to Bennett College for Women, it was HBCU for women, psychology, very well there. Went to graduate school at Howard University, developmental psychology, got my master's there. Did very well there. And was working in my field.
Yeah.
And then life kind of hits you, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, what was my passion?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so rediscovered that when I came back to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you did all this in school, so this was not theater, not film, not acting related.
Nope.
So when you graduated, did you start off in a career completely?
That had nothing to do with the arts.
Right.
Yeah, nothing to do. I have a 14-year career in nonprofit.
Wow.
When I came back to New York, my mother started bringing me to this church called St. Paul Community Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows about St. Paul's in East New York, and at that time, they had an expansive, what they call sacred arts ministry, which was really performing arts. And I remember being on stage at the time, rehearsal, and we had to break off into groups. And one of the assignments we had to do was we had to sing the theme song from Rent.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember being so timid in this group singing because I was with other people that was timid. And I said, wait a minute, why am I so timid singing?
Because this girl has an amazing...
And I said, maybe, because sometimes you adjust yourself based on the temperature in the room.
Yes.
And you don't really operate in your gift because you're timid. And I said, wait a minute, I can do this.
Yes.
So I said, come on, y'all. And I started singing. And everybody was just like... And I said, I came back to myself in that moment. So I said, okay, I don't really know too much about acting, but I know about singing. Yeah. And I said, I think I can really have a career in this. Yeah. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go with what I know. Right. That's singing. So why don't I try going to some musical theater auditions? Right. And that's how I got into the business.
Wow.
Yeah. And having a broken heart, too, helped me push a little bit harder, too.
Right? I'm pretty sure.
Sure did.
Yes. So this got you back into
Got me back into it, and I started going. I started getting bookings and everything of that nature. And then there came a point in time, one of my first big bookings, I would say, was Crowns. Yes. I played Velma. Yeah. And that was awesome. But then there came a time when I said, okay, I've done this. Not say mastered it, but this is my comfort zone. Right. So I said, now I need to branch off and try to do straight theater. Yeah. And my breakthrough was when I booked radio golf. I was playing main wilts.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows anything about, August Wilson, to me, that's almost like a rite of passage. If you can get through an August Wilson piece, you've kind of reached another level in your artistry.
Exactly.
And for me, I didn't care where it was playing. I didn't care how big the theater was. I needed to book, that role. And main Wilkes' role was really important to me because I was the only, for that radio golf, there's only one woman in that story.
Right.
And so that was really important for me to be able to hold my own as a woman and getting this, passing through August Wilson's A Rite of Passage. And so that was kind of like my torch of saying, okay, girl, take this and run with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so when was that? Because I know you also worked with, you worked with Adam on, what was that?
Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, there was a strategy there with regard to that.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors came way after that because I realized that I needed to, because as an actress, you have to, particularly a woman of color in this business, you always have to be a little strategic as to what you do and why you're doing it.
Right.
So there came a point in time I said, okay, I don't necessarily want to go back to musical theater at this juncture, but I do need to show that I can sing and dance. That's something, and act.
Right.
So Little Shop of Horrors was the booking that I wanted. Yeah, I needed to have that booking. So yeah.
Okay, so I think we probably skipped it. So before that, what was leading up to that? Because I guess you had to experience certain things in order to know, okay, this is where my strategy needs to go. So what allowed you to figure out this is the structure that's required?
Well, the thing is, when you don't have management, when you don't have representation, it's like almost like trial by fire. It's like, okay, I don't have these things in place.
Yeah.
I have to look and see what resources I do have and play those cards right. Yeah. So it wasn't just, okay, take every willy-nilly part under the sun. It was, okay, if I'm going to take this part, what's the platform? If I'm going to take this part, is it demonstrating a talent and skill that I need to demonstrate in order to get the next part?
Yes.
Or if I'm going to do this, being a company, what is my goal in terms of what relationships I'm trying to build?
Right.
So everything is really strategic. I just don't take any other part.
Yeah.
The people that I admire in the business, who have longevity in the business, are people who, when you think about them as actors, you really think about their body of work.
Right.
And that's kind of, that is my goal, is to create a body of work. When you sit in front of, whether or not you're trying to get a talent rep or a manager, they really kind of want to know, well, what is it that you do? And if you're taking every part under the sun, you really can't pinpoint that for yourself.
Right.
And so, I've done a lot of, I would say, like sociocultural work and that type of things, historical dramas, that kind of, so that's kind of like my sweet spot, really dramatic, strong dramatic work. But with this new project that I'm in, Brooklyn Blue Sky and BET, I'm tapping into my comedic timing. So that's fun for me. That's really fun.
So, okay, so now what led up to Brooklyn Blue Sky?
Because my goodness.
I want to know, details, because this is an amazing opportunity for you. So start from the beginning. Do you have representation?
I do not.
Okay, so still no representation. Look at this girl.
I do not.
You can make it happen. So okay.
Yes, you can.
So
what led up to it?
Right. So how did you get the audition?
Okay.
When you did the audition, what was that like? When you booked it, what was that like? When you started filming, when you guys started getting nominated.
Let's see if I can answer all these questions.
Right. With BT.
Okay. So shout out to Facebook because Raven Drummer is the casting director and writer and director, along with Dewey Gerard, her partner in this, for Brooklyn Blue Sky. Yeah. If anyone knows Raven Drummer is basically the lead casting director for all of Tyler Perry's works. And so she had the casting announcement on her website, but it was also on Facebook. And I had seen it during the day, and you know how you just kind of just take yourself out, you just already subtract yourself from the equation. I don't know, what we do to ourselves. Oh, she probably already gonna find somebody. She probably already got a cab. Right. Well, at the end of the day, was approaching the end of the day, one of my friends, I think you may know him, Lamar Richardson.
Yes, Lamar.
Hello, Lamar.
Shout out to Lamar
in California doing his thing. But he from California, he sent me an email saying, you need to go for this part. This is you. This is your part.
Oh my God.
And that was a confirmation. I said, all right, Lamar, you said, I trust you. You're going to send me this. I said, I've seen this thing all day. Let me go. It was in Brooklyn. Just hopped on the C train. Went there. And it was smooth. It really was a smooth and fun audition.
Wow.
And for me, I try not to, and you learn this early on, you know, you don't go into a room looking for validation that you're an artist. You have to show up believing that you are.
Right.
Here's what I prepared. This is just another opportunity for me to show you what I've done and to perform for you. And you leave it at the door and you go home.
Right.
Well, that's what I did. Yes. And she contacted me, not that long after. I wanted maybe 2.5 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Phone call, you got the part. And it has been, the cast has been amazing. The crew has been amazing.
Yes.
Shout out to Patrick Ryan Morris and Sheena Alexis, director of photography for it. I mean, it's just been a great ride, and all of the cast have been wonderful. It's really a family.
Yeah.
2017 has definitely been one for the history book. So I'm going to tell you something real quickly.
Yes.
So we filmed. When did we film? It was wintertime. Yeah. I want to say December.
Okay.
We filmed 8 episodes in 3-4 days.
What?
8 episodes, 3-4 days.
My God.
By June, July, we had already gotten notice that we were going to be we got accepted to American Black Film Festival.
Yes.
Then right after that, so we won that.
Right.
Then after that was Bronze Lens in Atlanta. We won that. And then by the time the end of the year happened, we're at 2017, BET. That does not happen for a web series. That does not happen quickly for a web series. That was nothing but blessings all around.
Oh my goodness.
All in 1 year.
So quickly.
1 year. 1 year.
So, and I mean, the people you're working with are amazing. The opportunity is amazing. So do you feel like it's just your season? Because that's kind of what I was talking to someone else about. Like, sometimes, like, what's meant for you is meant for you. And I'll always say that because the role you get is only for you, and no one else is gonna get it because it's for you. Yeah. So this is your season. It just things were just happening all at once, and you know, you learn the kind of person you are when the phone starts ringing and the emails start coming. Yes, you kind of figure out, okay, because some people like all that. I realize that it makes me a little, I cringe a little bit, but that's okay. This is what we work for, So it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, and it's allowing me to just show up and be present for myself. And enjoy the ride and the journey, because it sure is a ride. Things happen so fast. Your name gets out there really fast. The work starts coming to you. Some days there's nothing. Some months there's nothing, and then all of a sudden there's everything. And you just have to really just trust the journey and the process, and don't beat yourself up when there's nothing. Right. Because there's always something coming around. Exactly. So, okay, so what opportunities, because, well, actually, before we even get there, so this is a comedic type of role. Well, I have made it into a comedic. I played Dr. Simone. Yeah. Who is she is one of the lead's best friends. Yeah. Blue, played by Michael Oloyede. And shout out to Michael. Shout out to Michael Oloyede. I met Michael years ago. He is so fabulous. He's a beautiful person inside and out. Oh my gosh, I love this success. I love it. Love it. Yes. So she's just a no holds barred, tell it like it is, trying to keep your feet planted on the ground character. Yes. But she does it with a lot of humor and fun and spirit, and she plays a pediatrician. But we haven't even gotten to that part of her character yet. So we're hoping for a season 2. Yeah, of course. BET. Yes. But I'm just excited. I'm excited about where I'm going. And I don't have everything planned out. I really don't. Yeah. But I know the kind of career that I want to have. Yes. Anybody want to know what I'm doing next? Look to Queen Latifah, because Queen Latifah, let me break this down. Queen Latifah, to me, has the diversity of career that I aspire. I mean, think about it. This lady has been a rapper. Yeah. She's had a jazz album. She owns her own company. I think she does management. She's been a cover girl. She's been on Broadway. And the list goes on TV, everything. And she does it just by being herself, you know? And that's what I aspire to, being able to have the fluidity of, if I want to go to theater, have the theater. Yes. I want to go back to filming back and forth, to have that fluidity, you know? So I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping I can. And we can look back at this video and be like, you said that, Adiagha. Exactly. Because you are such a force.
Thank you.
You are such a force. So I'm so happy that it's being recognized.
Thank you.
I mean, you gotta see this girl. Like, the vocals, the performance, like, you are a force to be reckoned with. So when you put yourself in there, you're like, look at that, because I see that for you. Like, honestly, it's one of those things where we can look back at this and we will know that that's what the plan is.
I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful.
Yeah.
You know?
So the show, the second season, that would come out, I'm assuming it will come out next year.
Well, we're hoping. I don't have any information on it yet, but my hope is that, you know, that BET sees it has an audience, that, you know, it's a fan base. So we're hoping that, you know, we can continue.
So, yes, fan base. So how can people see it? Like, how can they support?
Oh, my gosh. So Brooklyn Blue Sky. So if you just go to BET.com, it'll be right up there on top. Brooklyn Blue Sky / Brooklyn Blue Sky. And we're also on Instagram as BK Blue Sky, Twitter as BK Blue Sky. You can check us out. You'll love it. You absolutely love it.
And are there like premiere dates? Like, or
oh, it dropped. So it already dropped. November 21st. The full season has already dropped. Okay, so 8 episodes is already up there for consumption.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So in terms of like agent manager life,
oh gosh,
is that even something that you're interested in?
I am because, you know, there's just some rooms you can't get into without having either a manager or an agent rep, and so it's you just try to do the best work you can so that you can have something to bring to the table. Right. But then they say, wait a minute, she's done that. Okay, she's done that. She can do this. Yeah. And so that's why I've been, I guess, as strategic as possible to show the diversity of what I can do. And I'm really happy for Brooklyn Blue Sky because it shows that I do have comedic timing. Shout out to Erica Alexander, who I have studied. Erica Alexander from Living Single, to me, has one of the best comedic timing skills. Yes, she does. Anyway, moving on.
No, I mean, you're right, though, because we can acquire a lot of success, but there are going to be some opportunities where you just need a little help right, to get into those rooms. So, okay, so, I mean, that's great because I know we were just talking about that. And then what's some advice that you would give to an actor who's coming up in the industry or even has attained some success based on your career so far and the knowledge you take? Because a lot has happened in 1 year for you, but you worked to get to this point.
I would just say, you know, you won't have everything planned out. Things change, but just have a goal and stick to that goal. You know, a lot of people talk about brand. I think it takes a while for you to be in the industry for it, because knowing what your skill is different from brand. I think brand comes from you just being in it for a couple of years and kind of building that body. You know, Denzel can say I have a brand. Viola Davis can say I have a brand. You know, if you've been in it 3, 4 years, 5 years, you're still building. You're still building. So I would just say try at best to have a roadmap as to, you know, the best possible projects that you want to find that will showcase who you are and the diversity of your talent. Make connections. Be friendly. I'm telling you, your personality on the set. I've booked so many other gigs just based on my ability to be friendly and knowing how to have a conversation. People say, I remember, because people, you know, what I realize is that talent will get you in the door, but your personality will keep you there. People want to work with you. You know, I've seen a whole lot of talented people not get bookings. And people who, you know, they have some potential, but they're wonderful people, and the crew wants to work with them again. You know, develop that character, and I'm telling you, you will have sustainability.
Because people want to be around you.
People want to be around you.
Yeah. And so now, okay, so you told us a little bit about it, though, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Either personally, professionally, like, where do you see yourself? And, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Because we are growing and evolving and things change. But where do you see yourself today?
Going back to the fluidity, I would like to be able to have the fluidity of career where I can go back and forth to theater and film. I would also, and I would like for that to be happening all at the same time. I would also like for my works, because as a playwright, I've built a collection. I'm building a collection. I would like for that to be happening at the same time. You know, and it's possible because you have people like Denai Guerrero who, you know, on TV and has a play going at the same time. It's possible. And I thank God for individuals and women like that, because they let you know that, you can do this. You can multitask. You don't have to be just in one box. You can have it. It can be possible for you. And so, just I think flexibility is the key word. Flexibility, access and being in a position where I can help some of my other sisters come up.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to be able to open a door for somebody else. Because what's the point? I'm not just here for me.
Lifting as we climb.
That's right.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Deja, can I say this? I just think you are a fabulous individual, and I just love your light. I love your energy. I love the fact that you're a go-getter, and I just see the best for you, honey. I see the best, the best.
I'm gonna cry. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, because working with you has really been an honor. And I hope we get to work together again.
We will.
Because, I'm telling you guys, when there's a theater production, we're gonna plug it, because you have to see her on stage. But definitely watch the show.
Yes, Brooklyn Blue Sky. Yes, all 8 episodes. Check it out, honey.
Yes. Thank you so much.